Now look at this. Now look at this.
Hi guys, this is Brunch Talk. I'm your host Sherelle, and this is my co-host. Today we're talking about a very interesting topic, and that is how do you redeem yourself financially in the 242? I want to get your opinion. Because I personally feel if you're not prepared to do the typical 9-to-5 government job, work for the hotel, or have some job working at a doctor's hospital or private company that is established, you're in for a rude awakening. It's going to be very challenging for you to keep up with those bills.
It's also challenging for entrepreneurs as well.
Why do you say so, sis?
Because there's no startup. You have fundings. Let me don't say that. You have fundings. You have a lot of persons that you have grants and stuff like that. But I just don't think it's sufficient because they don't realize that businesses need at least about 3 years to see the profit. 3 years for them to actually be able to get out of debt. So they don't give you sufficient in order for your business to actually thrive within the 3-year time. So that's why I feel. And then I feel is that once you have a financial problem within this country, there's no way to redeem yourself. You can't file bankruptcy or anything. You know, it's just very difficult.
That's something to think about. I wonder why why our lawmakers think you shouldn't or expect they don't expect you to apply for bankruptcy. I wonder why they think that way. Because I know as a working professional. And I've been on the job for 18 years. Sometimes I ask myself, what am I working for? But, you know, the security, which is having a job that pays you a salary at the end of the month, it really helps. But the minute you start to think about, okay, how am I going to transition away from this 9-to-3, 9-to-5 job, and I want to go ahead and work for myself, I find that there are a lot of challenges. You have an issue with the bank, then all of a sudden they're not going to see you as stable.
Right.
When you go for a loan, suddenly they want you to come up with 50% of whatever you're asking them for. They may not even rate the company that you are working for, or you might be wanting to start. So I find that keeping your head financially above water is very, very difficult in the Bahamas. Let's say you decide you're going to be a single woman and you don't want to live with the support of a husband. You have one salary. It's hard.
Very difficult.
So it seems as if based on the financial construct that we have in the Bahamas, people are more forced to get married, not necessarily because of love, but more so for finances,
stability.
They have some kids and they just find it difficult.
You can't do it on your own. You need two incomes. I mean, I think it's all over, you know, but particularly at home we see it more that you need to combine incomes in order for you to survive and to be able to sustain yourself, be able to afford to take care of your kids and do all these other stuff. And as far as you were saying as banks are concerned, I think the banks are now allowing you entrepreneurs to get a little loan now, but you still have to show that you have some sort of record. But most of the lenders, they don't lend entrepreneurs any money. You have to go and you have to have a co-signer or whatever. And I think it's unfair because if I'm starting a new business, give me an opportunity to prove myself that I'm able to sustain my establishment. But it's hard for entrepreneurs in this country.
So let me get this straight. Okay, so I open a business, I'm the director, the CEO of the company. I go to the bank and they're going to ask me to produce a co-signer.
Yeah, most of them want co-signers because there's no credibility. When they want sure money, they want to make sure that you're going to be able to pay your loan, which I understand on the bank aspect, but then you're still not giving the actual behemoth who doesn't want to do the 9-to-5 an opportunity to actually expand themselves to be entrepreneurs. And I think that's why a lot of people are not investing in home. People don't want to do farming. People don't want to do industrial work because there's no help. You know, if I'm starting a new business, I need help. I need somebody to help me financially. At least give me 6 months of a salary for my staff. because I got to generate the money to come back in order to pay out. You know, I might have 3 months of drought. I might have 3 months that the business is slow before people even recognize that I'm actually open. Give me 6 months to a year worth of salary to assist me with my business being able to operate.
Wow, so,
you know?
so it's really tough. So in other words, we force people to stay on that 9-to-5 job because there seemed to be no real compassion for people who decide they want to develop an idea or concept. They want to scale that business. We don't really have a lot of compassion and leeway that we give them so that they can get their feet on the ground. I don't know what you think, 242, but that sounds really tough and really scary.
Tell us what you think.
Hey, this is Brunch Talk. I'm your host, Sherelle.
And I'm your host, Pearl.
Peace.